Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we have the very ambitious Devil card. This is great energy, the goat, right? The greatest of all time sort of effort. This is your creative drive. This is your generative drive. This is your will, your ambition, your endurance, your perseverance to get her done, right? You don't quit. When you're on a mission, when you're focused, that's it. That's all there is. You're like this mountain goat that, can climb the mountain all by themselves. This is kind of an energy that is so focused and so sort of strong moving. I was going to say fast. It's not always fast, but you're the kind of person that when you get into an energy and when you get moving on something, you may sometimes bump into other people on the way. You don't intend to do it, but it's something that happens. It's kind of, you have a certain power and a certain energy to you. Okay, you're very creative too, it seems. It feels as if you don't always need people with you. You don't always need collaborators. You're very capable of doing just about everything on your own. Okay, but even the little things, even all those tiny, tiny details, we may sometimes get bogged down in the details, where we forget about the bigger picture, or it's just like if you have to do everything by yourself, the progress may be very slow. And it may be surprising because you're putting in all of this effort, like hardcore, every single day. You may feel very rushed. Things are very hectic, but then at the end of the day, you look at it and it's like you barely moved an inch. And I think it's because we're getting bogged down in a lot of these other things that need to be done aside from the central work, the central path, It's like you're trying to take care of all the little details yourself. You're trying to, peel all the potatoes and chop all the vegetables and prepare all the garnish and stuff when your job is to cook the meal, And so we're focused on these little things. We're spending time on all these little things. And that energy may be better used in the main work itself. All right, let's put this card into some context. Let's see what's going on with this Devil card. The High Priestess, yes. I like that. We've got the World or Universe card. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Tower. And we've got a little perspective. That's okay. With the appearance of the High Priestess energy, I wonder if there's something that's sort of not being revealed. If there's something that you are going to be realizing. Okay, something is being revealed to you. And it may have to do with, maybe have to do with an older female energy. Or it could be an air sign person in your life. It may even be this idea that someone is not pulling their own weight here. Okay, could be that somebody is really, maybe intentionally creating a bit of a fog around you to slow you down, keeping you busy in all these little almost meaningless tasks when your energy is best spent elsewhere. Okay, could be happening at work. It could be at home with friends, family, whatever, right? It seems like a work situation. Someone's just giving you a lot of these little tasks to do to keep you from doing your sort of main work or the big project or the big idea that you really want to do, that would actually get you somewhere, you know? Let's keep going. We've got the Chariot card, Two of Swords. Now we've got a Queen of Wands. Okay. All right. And Queen of Pentacles. Interesting with the queens here. Three of them. We could be talking about a group of 3 people. We could be talking about, for me, when we get 3 or more court cards, I like to say it's 1 or 2 or a lot of people. Okay? So I think it's more than 2 anyway, is the point. It could be 3, it could be 100. So I feel that this is a situation where there are a lot of players. And I feel that there is someone blocking your progress. Someone in your life is giving you or creating all these little tiny distractions or little tiny obstacles or little tiny tasks for you to do. Just to keep you from doing the big thing, from really making progress. You know, like busy work kind of stuff, yeah? Interesting. Select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down over here with our tiny horse, Mr. Ed, right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction, drop it in the comments down below. All right, let's do it together. Let's use our intuition, because the intuition here is being front and center. It's being highlighted. Okay. We have a lot of major arcana here. In fact, the major arcana is here. Big time leveling up, big time changes that you're trying to do some really good work that's going to change your life. This is a breakthrough you're working toward. You're climbing this mountain to the very top, but somebody is trying to block your way. And I think Spirit right now is trying to make you aware that there is this obstacle in front of you. And in fact, it may be more than one person. Okay? Blocking your heart from really achieving satisfaction here. We have our majors over here, and then we've got our major right here. And this is the kind of, this is the Chariot, obviously. It's a Cancer kind of energy, and it starts the path of the serpent as we go up this way. So I think that it's kind of like you're sort of changing your strategy a little bit, I think, with this one, yeah? The goat will just climb the mountain. Whatever mountain is in front of it, it's going to climb, right? So it's kind of like someone is distracting the goat by just giving it all these little mountains to climb. So it can never really do the big thing, reach the big achievement or have this big accomplishment or really reach the goal, right? And with the High Priestess, I think it's something that you sort of suspected for a long time. Now I think you're getting confirmation. There are people that are trying to slow down your progress. There is some sort of energy out there that is creating a lot more work than there needs to be. Okay? It's like you're vacuuming the floor and someone keeps just like tossing little piles of dirt everywhere for you. So it's like you'll never be done vacuuming the floor. You know, I got to make lunch, but this floor just won't get clean. Somebody's over there sprinkling little bits of dirt here and there. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's just creating these little things for you to do that may not seem much by themselves, but all together you start to wonder, okay, something's going on here. Spirit is saying trust your gut because you're right. You are right. Okay? So we got a lot of majors. We have some fire, we have some water, we have some air, we have some earth. Pretty balanced. A lot of major arcana. It's mostly major arcana energy because this is, it's spiritual progress for you as well as, I think, very practical. There's a very practical meaning to it all too. Okay. What is this universe card underneath everything? I think you got big plans in life. I think this is you really with this vision, this dream of what your life's going to be, that you've got the energy and the effort, you've got the plan, you've got the know-how, you got the heart to do it. There's just this obstacle. There's just this energy, which may be I don't know why, 3 queens here. It may be blocked by other people. Okay, you've got everything you need. So on paper, this should be working. There has to be some other element blocking it. Okay, this is almost like it's taking you way too long to vacuum the carpet. And it's like, okay, come on now. Someone's playing a trick on me. You know, it has to be. Yeah. But I think this card's really talking about your plans to break through, to sort of achieve a certain level or reach a certain goal. Okay? And I think you know exactly what that goal is. Like I said, I think you have the heart, you've got the plan, you've got the will, you've got the spirit, but there's a blockage. Yeah, plain and simple. The universe card is sometimes a card that's like too open, too wide open, you know? It's too sort of accepting of everything. The universe is just, everything's included. Everything has its own space, right? If the universe is infinite, then there's room for everybody, right? And I think this is kind of the way you've been. You've been very accepting. It's kind of like you're the type of person that would open their doors to everybody. Say, yeah, come on in, have a drink, have something to eat, I'll make you a sandwich, you know? Which is good. It's a good way to be. I'm envious of that. I like that. I will come over and have a sandwich. But you can't let everybody in. This is sort of, you're too vulnerable. You got all your doors and windows wide open in the middle of the night when you're not home. Not smart all the time, okay? And I think that's where we see the switch over to the different method with the Chariot card, right? Boundaries. This is a card that doesn't have many boundaries. And so I think that you tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. You tend to sort of, you tend to err on the side of people are good, and if they did something, it must have been an accident, and I'm going to go ahead and keep my doors open, and if things in my house go missing, I probably misplaced them, you know, rather than kind of the obvious thing, which is someone stole some stuff. Yeah. But I feel like you're very accepting in this way. Now, maybe I'm sort of exaggerating it, you know, for dramatic effect, but I feel that you're very welcoming into your life, you know, and you do give people the benefit of the doubt. All right. The next card we come to in the background is this Ace of Cups. Whatever project, whatever work you're doing right now, it's something that you have the heart and the desire and the drive to do. See, all of these things really are fueling this devil energy, which is just kind of running. The goat is sort of just climbing the mountain, running up the hill, not really looking left or right, just focused on climbing. So it isn't going to notice if somebody is throwing obstacles in front of you from the sidelines. Not going to notice that. All right, the goat's going to trip, stumble, fall. It's going to get up, keep running again. Not going to give it another thought. It's part of the climb, you know. But you do have this beautiful Ace of Cups back here. This is something that if you achieve it, you get to the top of this mountain, this is an effort that really is going to, I feel like it's going to improve your entire life. Okay. This is the source of all love and joy and beauty. Yeah. This is the source of all water, the source of every river. This card is going to flow and branch out into every area of your life. This is going to be a big win for you that is going to irrigate every area of your life. If we can achieve this, it is going to change everything. Physical, financial, mental, emotional, spiritual, creative, everything. Superabundance, right? Maybe the Nine of Cups as the mystery card. I would like it. But you know, this is kind of saying, I know what the goal is, I got to get it. Whether this is, you know, working on some big project or big proposal at work, if this is something you're doing in your own sort of creative life, and this is your big life's work. And if you can finish this, it's like if you can finish vacuuming the floors, you can get back to that novel you're writing. You're almost done. You're almost there. There are all these little things being thrown in your way that you got to go do. And they feel like little distractions, but it's slowing down your progress. And I feel that it's intentional from someone. For some reason, I'm getting this idea of 3 queens, right? This, I know why I'm getting the idea, because we have 3 queens, but I'm feeling like there's some sort of weird group of 3 people somewhere. Yeah. The tower up at the top, of course, exclamation point of life. This is you really crashing through that glass ceiling, right? Just smashing it, crushing it, yeah? Leveling up your life. Things will not be the same after this. And maybe that's why this other party, whoever it is, group, whatever, these other entities, don't want you to succeed. Because it's going to change everything for them too. You're maybe changing the standards. You're changing what the idea of success is for them too. Maybe they're underachievers. Maybe they're very good at being mediocre. And you transcend their success, and it's going to make them look pretty bad. Right? Tough beans for them. This is changing your life for the better. But I think it is disrupting the status quo. It's interrupting the comfortability of other people around you. If it's coworkers, you're outshining them, right? It could be family members, right? Even I don't want to believe that it is, but it could be. The Queen of Swords in the future position here, I think, is you getting. It's almost like you're sort of setting a trap for these people. That you're putting these. You're getting this higher perspective where you're actually watching now. And they don't know you're watching. And you're going to get the confirmation or the proof, let's say, that you need. See, when I see 3 or more court cards as a group, it means a group. Individually, they all mean something specific to you. Okay, that's why I'm saying this is you sort of climbing up onto a hill and kind of looking down, and you're going to be able to see them coming. Okay, because I think you need confirmation, because again, you're so accepting. You don't want to believe what your intuition is telling you, but you're going to get that confirmation. You're going to be able to authenticate the message from your intuition and say, okay, yeah, I can see it now. There's no denying it. That's what these people are doing. And you got to find a way to, to thwart their devious plans here. All right. Spirit's saying something about a dream. I don't know if this is something that you were dreaming about, or if it's like you had a nightmare about this or something. I feel like you wrote it down in your dream journal, and then sure enough, it's playing out that same way, right? Well, we're going to talk about the path of the serpent now, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it supports the channel, and I appreciate that. It lets me replace these lights. I just had a light that burned out during the Cancer reading today. So, just by you watching the readings and subscribing to the channel and stuff, it kind of helps me keep the lights on here, and I appreciate that because I want to keep doing this. This is my passion. This is what I love to do, and sometimes it does feel as if everything goes wrong at once. It feels like there are all these little things that need to be fixed just so that I can do what I do, and I feel that's kind of what's going on here with you. I feel like you're just trying to do your will. You're trying to reach this glorious achievement and change your life and change the world. There's all these little things that just keep getting thrown in your path. A light bulb goes out. The car gets a flat tire, that sort of thing. Okay? But in your case, I feel that there is this trio that is actively engaged in something against you. Okay? Now, we have your general energy as the Chariot card. This is the establishment of boundaries. No longer are you wide open, my land is your land, No, now you're saying, okay, I'm putting a fence up. And I'm going to put some cameras around. I'm going to put an alarm system and get a dog. It's now the establishment, that says, look, I'm putting this fence around my yard, not because I want to keep everybody out. I just want to keep some people out. I just want to make that statement that I'm not tolerating everything and anything anymore, right? So this is kind of that energy, and I don't know exactly how you're going to do this. Depends if it's at work, if it's at home. It's the establishment of boundaries. People are going to realize that they can't take advantage of you, and if it's sort of if we kind of keep something protected, no one can go in and sabotage it, right? If you keep something behind a locked door and everybody has to use a key card to get in, well, then you kind of know who is going in and out, you know? And you're not trying to keep people from interacting with you. You still want to be warm and welcoming, invite everybody in, sure. But there's going to be boundaries, because if stuff is coming up missing, right, you got to do something about it. You got to say, well, I can't let everybody in at the same time. You know, that's why in some stores they say we got to leave your backpack at the front, or we only let 5 people in the store at a time. You know, there's boundary, there's rules now. And that's what this card is about. Rules not just to be mean, right? Rules not for the sake of rules, but to ensure success. Rules that are there for a purpose, so that this thing can proceed in a positive direction and we can reach achievement. Okay? They're a means to an end. The rules are not the end in themselves. These boundaries are not the end in themselves. They're just a means so that you can operate the way you need to get this big win, to realize this Ace of Cups. Now you got the Two of Swords. You got the right plan, right? You know what you're doing. You got the heart, you got the ambition, you got the plan. And the Two of Swords is kind of, it's almost like, to me, it kind of feels like you're setting up a decoy in a way, right? It's kind of like you're setting a little trap for these people, so that they think they're still doing what they're doing, but it's like a decoy. While you're off doing the real work, they're busy over here thinking that they're thwarting your efforts, but they're engaging in the decoy, right? The mirage, the projection, the hologram, right? So I don't know exactly what that means, but I feel like that's kind of the way you're looking at things. And it's just sort of like it feels like a spy versus spy kind of thing. It feels like a 007, that you're giving them the busy work. You're giving them the distraction so that they'll leave you alone. But they think, of course, the other way around, right? So you're being very cunning here. The difficult thing, of course, is acknowledging that these people, if they're coworkers or friends or family members, it's acknowledging that people could be this way. You know, this is a waste of time. But it seems like a necessary step, right? And also, Spirit's saying to watch out for someone who's making you a lot of promises, right? Because that might be part of the ploy here. It's difficult for you to be the Queen of Wands, which is sort of standing up and being loud and, denying people, right? This is kind of like, with the, someone rings the doorbell and you say, no, thou shalt not pass. You establish some borders and some boundaries, and then you have to defend them. And it's not always fun to defend our boundaries, right? But we need personal boundaries. And when someone crosses those, we have to stand up for ourselves. And then it's kind of like afterward, we're like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but can you leave my doorstep? We don't like to do it. And it's not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. We have to have some of this fire in us so that we can defend these boundaries that we've established. You have to enforce them. Boundaries are no good if you're not enforcing them, because then they're not even there, right? But this is all for a purpose, and the purpose is that Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, I saved this for the end. It is your power card. It is your superhero card, right? This is you in your perfect Virgo energy. It's the mutable earth energy. This is the satisfaction when you're sitting there at the end of the day and you're sipping your sweet tea and you're relaxing. And you're looking at these other people running around frantic and failing and just, then pretty soon they start turning on each other and you're just like smiling, relaxing in your success. Because you did it, because you overcame that obstacle. You outsmarted them, And I think this is sort of an image of your future self, that you are in your very best life. You are the best version of yourself. And you're looking back on this situation and you're thinking, I really did a good job. I really did it. And it's kind of like, this is maybe a story you're gonna tell. It feels kind of like a myth in the making, right? But this is very, very good energy. This is sort of appreciating this in a way. This is the card that looks back at the past. And it's important that you look at the past and you appreciate it. So that you don't repeat this. So this doesn't happen again, right? But then also to sort of feel the satisfaction, pat yourself on the back a little bit and say, I did it. You know, all those people were against me, but I managed to discover the truth and follow my instinct and stick to the plan and and use my wit. And it's good. It's good. Let's look at the mystery card. I want 9 of Cups here. I want maybe the Hermit. We'll see. That'll be your power. That'll be your superpower card. We have the superpower card and we have the superhero card. Okay. If you have a prediction for this one, put it in the comments down below. I'm thinking water energy. That's what I want to see. No, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. All right. Borders, right? Boundaries. 4 of Pentacles. This is mine and that's yours out there. And I think this is sort of how you have to be. This is you not having wide open doors and windows in the middle of the night while you're not home. This is you shutting and locking your doors. But be careful. We shut and lock our doors, and yeah, we're keeping the bad element out. But we don't want to keep the good elements out, too. Right? So we have to have a semi-permeable boundary. Some people are allowed in your inner circle. Some people are allowed to just come in. There's no boundaries for them. But other people, they try to get through. It's like an electric fence, you know? And it needs to be that way. You can't keep everybody out or let everybody in. There's got to be some people are privileged. Some people can come into your house anytime they want. I got friends, they come over, they can just come on in and help themselves to a meal and sit down, take a nap, whatever you want to do. Mi casa es su casa, right? Not everybody. Yeah. And so it's important that we give the right people the keys. Change the locks for everybody else. That's the name of the game. That's 4 of Pentacles energy right there. Okay? And you will achieve this. It will be successful and you will be sitting pretty. All right? We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. Link up top, link down below. New readings for Virgo Tuesdays and Saturdays. This is an urgent message that needed to reach you. Okay? And I think we can see why, you know. So this doesn't replace your Tuesday and Saturday readings, so be sure to watch both of those readings too. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.